Good evening, I'm Karen Harch.
And I'm Nolan Johannes. Tonight in the news.
The battle over sewage treatment at Roaring Brook Estates. I'm Dan Fiorucci. I'll have the story.
It looks kind of pretty, but some say it's very dangerous. I'm Bob Costantini in Schuylkill County.
Where will you live when you retire? More and more people are coming home to our area after retirement. I'm Mark Davis, and I'll tell you why.
Joe Zone has Phillies highlights.
Tom Clark has a look at the holiday weekend.
All next on Newswatch 16 Update.
In your car, listen to Newswatch 16 on WKRZ AM 1340.
Proud to serve Northeastern and Central Pennsylvania. This is WNEP 16, the news station. Now, Nolan Johannes, Karen Harch, Chief Meteorologist Tom Clark with his backyard forecast, and Joe Zone on sports. This is the Newswatch 16 update.
Good evening. About 100 people turned out tonight to fight a $1,200 sewer bill.
As Nightly reporter Dan Fiorucci explains, it all has to do with plans to build a new sewer system in the Roaring Brook area of Lackawanna County.
Roaring Brook Estates first exploded into everyone's consciousness a few months ago during the height of the G.A.R diocese crisis. It was learned that raw sewage from some homes here and from an overloaded sewage treatment plant was contaminating the PG&W watershed.
I'm appalled. I really am. I've never seen elected officials act in such a fashion in my life.
Tonight, Roaring Brook Estates exploded into everyone's consciousness again at a particularly raucous town meeting.
I would like to recommend to the fellow residents of Ellenbrook Terrace that we all withhold payment of our bill till the damn thing is settled.
These people are angry because since the G.A.R diocese crisis, DER has ordered the sewage discharge problem solved. And that means all homes in Roaring Brook and some surrounding communities will be hooked up to a new sewage treatment plant, an expensive proposition costing about $1,200 per household. The problem is some homes like this one are already hooked up to sewage treatment pipes, and the owners who live in them feel they shouldn't have to foot as high a bill as the people who live in unconnected homes.
There's no easy solution, and it'll be up to you people to make a choice. And
even if there is no easy solution, people here are being given the following choice. Either fork up the $1,200 for city installation of piping, or opt for a hookup with a private sewage treatment plant. Another town meeting will be held next month. Dan Fiorucci, Newswatch 16, Roaring Brook.
Residents in Schuylkill County are worried tonight about what they call a disaster just waiting to happen. Newswatch 16's Bob Costantini reports from Hegins that people are frightened about water that's filling up an old mine.
The Valley View coal mine entrance then and now. The tunnel entrance is supposed to be maintained by DER as part of a mine water runoff project. Last month, a subsidence blocked the tunnel off. Even though there are millions of gallons of water coming out of the tunnel each day, the local people here say there are billions of gallons building up behind the tunnel into the mountain. They say that some of that wood is buckling because of the pressure, and they think it's a disaster waiting to happen. Well, up into the mountain, an air shaft reveals water is backing up. People here fear if debris at the tunnel entrance gives way, millions of gallons of water will surge down this creek. Along the path is the home of Lloyd Wolf, who knows the old mines.
Millions and millions of gallons of water, because truthfully there's about 2 miles of water blocked up in there, and if that water breaks, I'm washed out.
And because mine inspectors fear water from those tunnels could break through to other coal mines, they've closed this working deep mine.
Every day we're closed, it's costing us to pump water and lack of production and all of this. I don't think we can stay open much more longer than a couple of weeks.
Hegins Township officials say efforts to get help have produced a bureaucratic runaround.
I called DER in Wilkes-Barre. I called OSM in Wilkes-Barre. I called OSM in Harrisburg.
A DER spokesman in Harrisburg tells Newswatch 16 studies on how best to slowly drain off the backed up mine water are being done. Bob Costantini, Newswatch 16, Hegins Township, Schuylkill County.
Cleanup crews will be back in Scranton tomorrow, getting rid of the mess created when a building collapsed today. Tonight they were still picking up the pieces of the VFW building here at Lackawanna Ave and Franklin. No one was hurt when the building fell apart, but that section of the street had to be blocked off. What's left of the structure will be demolished. Scranton officials still don't know what caused that collapse. Coming up, we'll tell you whatever happened to the mystery professor.
Plus, we'll tell you why some older people just love to live here in northeastern Pennsylvania. The stories when we come back.
Tomorrow's movie is going to be a thriller.
Surely after all these years, I'm entitled to a few small amusements.
Vincent Price in Haunted Palace. Tomorrow's thriller movie at 4 here on WNEP 16.
The warden says he was a model prisoner. Now the mystery professor is a free man. Paul Crafton of Maryland was released from the Cumberland County Prison today after serving 3 months behind bars. He pleaded guilty to forging his way with phony credentials into teaching positions at 2 state universities in Pennsylvania. Crafton says he needed the money to help pay medical bills for his daughter. The mystery professor is now writing a book and looking to teach summer school. So it looks as though he's not ready for retirement just yet.
Large numbers of retired people and the elderly are being attracted to Luzerne County. Newswatch 16's Mark Davis reports on some of the reasons the area is quickly becoming the retirement center of Pennsylvania.
John and Mary Kane tell me they're comfortable living in Kingston, and that's important to them. John, a retired welder, came back to Kingston last fall after living in New York and New Jersey for about 40 years.
They're at ease when they're walking the streets. That's how comfortable it is. That's a big thing. Because the people are at ease. They're not going to get mugged, or somebody's not going to grab their pocketbook away from the older people.
You had the rents were sky high. I mean, every year you were getting a raise in your rent, so that wasn't too nice, especially when you're on an income that, you know, you have to watch your pennies then.
The comfort and security enjoyed by the Kanes is also enjoyed by thousands of other senior citizens. To satisfy what appears to be a growing part of our population, ground is being broken for more facilities. On this site, a 120-bed nursing home to be finished by next spring. In Edwardsville, 92 more apartments for the elderly going up over the next 12 months. These 2 new facilities are the latest in a long list of things being built for the elderly in our area. It seems in almost every community there's an apartment complex or a nursing home going up. Why? The answer is very simple. Studies show Luzerne County has the highest percentage of elderly in the state. Nearly 1 of every 4 people in the county are elderly, and experts say the numbers are growing all the time. Why? Our county is known as a safe, affordable place to live, and that's not a bad way to be known. Mark Davis, Newswatch 16, Luzerne County.
Next on Newswatch 16 Update, meteorologist Tom Clark will go out to his crisp and cool backyard.
Yes, and Tom, we are all hoping that what we saw today will last through the weekend.
Yeah, I would love that to happen. Something's going to happen Saturday, and we'll talk about that. Stay tuned.
WNEP is proud to present the Children's Miracle Network Telethon to benefit the Children's Hospital at Geisinger Medical Center. On June 2nd and 3rd, WNEP will broadcast this special telethon live from Geisinger Medical Center in Danville. You'll meet children with special miracles to share. Be part of these miracles. Join us Saturday evening, June 2nd at 9, and come to Geisinger Sunday, June 3rd for the Children's Telethon Carnival. Help make a miracle happen right here on WNEP 16.
PP&L has been given the green light for full power operation at its Luzerne County nuclear power plant. The federal government today okayed full power generation of electricity at Unit 2 of the Susquehanna plant near Berwick. It'll come as soon as tests are finished at the plant, seen here from Skycam 16, and that should come in 2 weeks. Then, says PP&L, a gradual power increase and test program will lead to full commercial operation by the end of 1984.
I wonder what Tom Clark has in store for Saturday.
Yeah.
I hope it's not wet.
Well, it might get wet Saturday, but no big deal. It's not going to be too bad. I think the latter half of the weekend won't be as nice as the first half, and I'll show you why after we have a look at what it feels like outside now in the backyard. It's clear overhead, a beautiful spring night, 58 degrees. Humidity is 51%, the wind is southeast at 5, The barometer set yours to read 30.07. It's now holding steady. Range and temperature 72, 51 today, normal on both the high and the low. That's kind of rare. The record high, 88, set back in 1975. It was freezing on this date back in 1963. And check out the waterfall there in Lackawanna County. Plenty of water, no shortage of that, considering we're about, well, a good 3/4 of an inch above normal so far this month of May. Now here's the updated Newswatch 16 color satellite picture, hot off the satellite and into your living room or bedroom. Look at these big thunderstorms down over Florida. Some heavy downpours down that way. Looks like some storms out over the Bahamas there, but just some high cirrus clouds over Pennsylvania tonight. No rain within 300 miles of home at this hour. Now, our weather for tomorrow is coming from this direction here, out over Illinois and Indiana, where temperatures today, under lots of sunshine, were a good 5 to 10 degrees warmer than what we had here today. So no problems for tomorrow. But look at this here. This is a line here, a fast-moving cold front that will be coming through on Saturday, and that brings with it our next chance for some rain, but probably just a brief shower Saturday, as I expect this line to be moving through quite quickly. And then I think it'll be a dry Saturday night and a pretty nice day on Sunday as some drier air comes in behind it. But then we just may cloud up again on Sunday night into Monday, Memorial Day, as a weather system now way out in the west moves in with more clouds and maybe some more rain before Monday is through. So fast changes on the way, but we're getting off to a nice start tomorrow. And here's the forecast for the Jersey Shore. Hey, you're heading down this weekend possibly. I've had some calls. Beautiful Saturday, some sunshine, maybe a shower. A front will be passing down through there too, 80 to 84 along the beach there. Sunday should be a nice day, then clouding up on Monday. Temperatures on Sunday 74 to 78. You may want to think twice before going swimming, however. 56 degrees in the surf over the weekend. Now here's our forecast for tomorrow morning. The rush hour, a beautiful start tomorrow. Lots of sunshine, comfortably cool. Temperatures for lows, they come at about 5:45 now. 46 in Honesdale, Ashley, Easton, Ashland, Dewshore, and Lock Haven, all in the 40s at sunrise tomorrow. Now for the day, roll up your sleeves, gang. It's going to get warm quickly in the afternoon. There'll be a gusty breeze. Temperatures up close to 80. North Towanda, Dalton, Glen Lyon, Tamaqua, Sunbury, Williamsport, the low 80s. A southwesterly wind up to 20 at times in the afternoon. Now take a look at this sunrise and sunset coming up for tomorrow. 5:37, sunset at 8:23. All right, now clear tonight, 47, near 80 tomorrow. Now the shower, maybe a thunder shower, probably no more than 20 minutes of rain Saturday, 73. Some sunshine on Sunday, should be dry, 68. Clouding up on Memorial Day, maybe some more rain before Monday is through, but it's going to be another day like summer tomorrow.
All right, wake up early.
Producer Dave says short sleeve shirt day tomorrow, Tom.
Okay.
Okay.
You're on.
Coming up, strutting his stuff.
Plus, Joe Zone with a sprinting sports star of the week and highlights of those fillies starting all over. The 16 Sports Screen is next.
They were the greatest teams from northeastern and central Pennsylvania with the greatest players of all time. This is Tim Carlson, and tomorrow night we'll take you back to relive the glory years, the big stars, the coaches that made the stars, and the championship teams. Memories of the greatest athletes our area has ever known. Take a look at these glory years gone by in a special series of reports, Class of the Past, on Newswatch 16 Sports at 6.
And now, more commercials. We thought you might like to see some of the commercials that have been judged the best in the world. The 1984 Clio Awards for Best Commercials have been handed out, and no one has a beef over the winner of Best Female Performance.
Hey, where's the beef? I don't think there's anybody back there.
Another award winner is this commercial from Britain, featuring Joan Collins of Dynasty.
Aromatic herbs, one of our most refined European customs.
Oh!
But the favorite of the update team is this Indiana Jones-style soap commercial, also from Britain.
cold toss set. I keep it handy if I'm getting into hot water.
Pretty good stuff.
Good stuff, huh, Joe?
I got some good stuff in the screen, too. You want to see what I got?
Let's see.
I got the Phillies, and they're back at it again, starting another one of those streaks at home, finishing a 3-game series with the Dodgers. John Denny left early with some stiffness. Bats came alive again tonight for the Phillies. Pick up the action right here. Samuel, hard ground to the left. Ozzie Virgil comes in from second base. Watch the throw. It's going to be close. He's safe. It's 1-0. Phillies. Next batter, Greg Groves, hits it on the ground through the right side. DeJesus scores 2-0. Phillies on top. Fourth inning score 2-1. Glenn Wilson to short. Taylor made double play until Steve Sachs gets his hands on it. Virgil scores, makes it 3-1. Sachs redeems himself. Singles to center. Reynolds scores, and that makes it 3-2. Phillies still on top. Seventh, Ken Landreau lines one to right field. Lenny Miller scores, and that makes it 3-3. Takes us to the bottom of the ninth. 2 outs. Len Matuszak rounds to second base. Schmidt's going to beat the throw to second. Safe. Samuel scores. 4-3. Phillies have got themselves another win. They've won 10 of 11. Phillies 4. Los Angeles 3. San Francisco beat the New York Mets again. The final on that one, 3-2. Look at this big doubleheader win today. Atlanta and Chicago, and the Cubs won both of those games. Pittsburgh knocked off Cincinnati. Pirates coming alive 5-1. Yankees out west in Seattle tonight. Phil Niekro looking for his 7th win. They're in the 3rd inning. No score yet. The Yankees and Seattle. Let's go to the American League scoreboard now. Yankees, Seattle, zip, 3rd. Oakland fired their manager today, Steve Burroughs, right after they beat Baltimore 3-2. Imagine if he had lost, what they would have done to him. Elsewhere, Texas beat Milwaukee 4-3. If the Tigers win tonight, they would win 17 straight on the road. That would be a record. Okay, the state track and field championships start tomorrow in Shippensburg. Field events go tomorrow. Track stuff on Saturday, and we'll be down there, have the wrap-up at 6. One of the favorites in the sprints at States is G.A.R.'s Carl Rollins. He's this week's sports star. Rollins put on an awesome display at last Friday's district track and field meet. He set a new record in the 100-meter run for starters, then won the 200 and 400-meter runs, and anchored the winning 400-meter relay team. All totaled 4 gold medals.
I wanted it pretty bad. I wanted to win the team title, and this is my last year, so I want to give it my best shot.
Sprinting isn't just running down the track. It's anticipating the gun for the start. It's timing and executing a handoff during a relay. It's something Carl Rollins wasn't his first 3 years at G.A.R., but is now.
This year, in particular, Carl has fit the mold. He has made himself fit the mold by doing a lot of work. In the past 2 years, he's been relying on ability alone. And in his senior year, he decided that he wanted to work, and I think his work is going to pay off in a state medal.
Before a race, some athletes think about their competition, others about the condition of the track. Rollins concentrate on 2 things, getting it started and getting it done.
I don't worry about anybody else. I just worry about listening for that gun, because, you know, if you false start, it's over with. I figured the sooner I get done, you know, the race is over.
Even though G.A.R. lost the team competition by a heartbreaking 1 point, Carl Rollins had a great day, and for that performance, he's our sports star of the week. Check the sports star runners-up. Mike Diminick, Mount Carmel, Ken Savensky, North Pocono, Maria Pioli of Montoursville, Lori Davenport, Towanda, Kelly Bolitas of West Hazelton, Desiree Bauer of Wellsbury, and Sherry Papsky of Pleasant Valley. Okay, let's go to the 5th race tonight at Pocono Downs. You're going to see Inheritor.
Wolfskadema red grass. Through the stretch, Inheritor on the inside, Wolfskadema on the outside. Drive to the wire, Inheritor.
Inheritor, daily double. 4 and 2 tonight. Check the numbers, 2360. 4th race triple, 762, 6,930, 690. Fish and game forecast for tomorrow. Good looking time there, 10 o'clock and 10:45. I'd like to thank all the people up at Mount Carmel who had me up there tonight, the Elks Club, to say hello to the baseball team, and that was nice.
You did a little traveling then.
Yeah. You've heard of Mount Carmel, you guys, right?
Yeah.
We're there all the time, but I want the news department to stay with us on it.
Okay, Joe. Thank you, sir.
We've been there, dear. Still ahead, the Newswatch 16 update video zoo goes to Schuylkill County.
We'll meet a fair feathered friend when we come back.
A haunted palace thriller tomorrow.
finally tonight, since we began our visits to the Newswatch 16 Update Video Zoo, we've taken you to places all over the world.
Well, we didn't have to travel far for tonight's visit. Our own Bob Costantini and photographer Bernie Jelly were driving along a back road in Schuylkill County today when they came across a peacock in Hegins Township. No one seems to know exactly where the peacock came from or where he was going, but we decided to show him to you, even though this particular edition of the Update Video Zoo may actually belong on another network.
I'm not going to touch that one.
Okay.
That's our report for tonight.
For the team, thank you for being with us.
Good night.